Martina, what's it like having a North American sized chest in Korea? Do people look at you weird? Can you find bras? Well, as you can see, Simon is not a part of this TLDR for various reasons.
Ooh, you're so nasty.
Simon has been forbidden from participating anymore. Do you hear me?
Okay, so first off, I wouldn't just say they're North American sized. I'm sure that there are other parts of the world, like the UK and such, that have different types of chesty sizes, but I know what you're saying. So I have touched on this question before on our what to pack to bring to Korea video, but I'm gonna go into it in a little bit more detail. Not that kind of detail, dirty-minded people, but I'm gonna talk about like dresses and clothing and how that affects you. So if you're above a C size cup, which I happen to be above that, the quickest answer to this is no, you will not find a bra. Now, yes, I'm sure that somewhere out there is a shop that might be like a foreign shop from some country that has an import, but can I go to my local mall if I need to get a new bra and just like walk inside and buy one? No, I can't. Thus, I have an entire section in my suitcase dedicated to big shoes and bras. I'm sure the people at the x-ray place are like, what is this girl doing with her weird fetishes? This entire suitcase is filled with ranch, bras, and shoes.
Very nice.
Now, it does really suck because Korea does actually have some really nice lingerie shops, but they just absolutely do not have my size. Now, do people look at me weird? Okay, this is kind of a yes and no. I would say that no, they don't look at me weird because I'm really not a cleavage showing girl. Like, I never have been. So, for example, I have this dress that I wear in Korea, but when I wear this dress, I always wear like a lace or a shell underneath it. You can still tell that my boobs are a little bit big, but I'm just not comfortable with showing it. And in Korea, it's not really a Korean thing to be showing cleavage. Some foreigners are very comfortable with wearing like low V-cut shirts, but you might get glanced at more. I wouldn't say it's like a negative weird. I would just say it's kind of like a, wow, that's like shocking and scandalous kind of weird. Now, if you want to wear a really short skirt, no problem. Korea's okay with that. Legs. But if you show a cleavage zone, it's kind of like a shocking thing. So how will this affect you if you're planning on going on vacation in Korea or you're living in Korea? Well, I want to give you the very quick drive-by version of how to shop for clothing in Korea. First and most popular, free size. That's right, FREE. It means one size fits all.
Which is not true whatsoever because most of the clothing doesn't even come close to fitting me. Can't even get it over the armpit. Oh.
Free size clothing is the most popular size of clothing. It's usually like dresses like this, just kind of looks like it's cut from like one shape. Shopping on the streets or like shopping in underground shopping, all that kind of stuff is free size. The clothing is very cheap. Majority of this clothing will probably not fit you, and they don't usually have change rooms for you to try things on. So unless you've gotten to know Korean style free size clothing, I wouldn't recommend buying it because you just can't even return it. This dress is actually quite long, you guys can see. On a Korean girl, I see this all the time. It's past their knees, but on me, it's actually like 2 inches above my knees because of my cleavage, and my butt ends up like bringing the entire dress up. Now, a second kind of free size clothing, which is my favorite kind in Korea, is the really huge, like baggy clothing. And that one's supposed to be like really loose and baggy on Korean girls, but ends up fitting me like a medium or like a kind of baggy large. Even though it's free size, it might be in like the extra large section. It might fit you really nicely. So don't pass over those. When it comes to department stores or like a name brand store, this is an example here. You're gonna be looking at sizes between 80 and usually 100. 80, 85, those are like really small, extra small sizes. I usually fall into like the biggest category. So I can do 100. Sometimes they have 105, but it's very rare to find. And those stores usually have a change room that you can try things on. However, if the dress is like a button shut dress or something that involves like a fitted cleavage zone, it might not fit you anyways, because even the biggest size for me will fit my body and my waist. But then when I try to shut it, the puppies, they won't stay in. How can I word this in a way that doesn't sound too pervy?
One chasm size.
That's not what I'm going for, Simon. So do be aware of that, because one time I may have possibly gotten stuck inside of a dress and couldn't escape from the dress, and I was in the change room for like 10 minutes struggling to get out of a dress that I got on and could not get off. Just like kept getting stuck, and
It was really embarrassing.
the last sizes you're gonna find, if you can find these, you're gonna be so happy. This is from Uniqlo, and this is from a shop called Valley Girl, and they have extra small, medium, and large sizes.
It's amazing. It makes me so happy. Yay!
Uniqlo is actually from Japan, I think, and I think there's Uniqlo in New York now. This is a large size dress. It doesn't actually fit me quite right. Like you can see this part, this line should go underneath, but it actually goes around here. But you know what? Good enough. I can totally pull that off with like a belt around my waist. Now, am I normally a large size? I'm not normally a large size, but you know what? In Korea, you're gonna learn to suck it up and not care about numbers anymore, because it doesn't matter how big you are, it's what you do with it. Oh yeah, looking good. That come across as a really dirty comment. Now, if you're lucky enough to find a Valley Girl, you will be so happy. Valley Girl does small, medium, large, and they only do pretty much cutesy dresses, which still end up being really short on me, so I have to wear like a little fluttery skirt underneath, like a petticoat, and that will become one of your most gigantic pet peeves in Korea about wearing dresses. Every dress will be too short for you, but they do have my size, so Valley Girl is one of my absolute favorites if you can find it.
And everything else that's really cute and pretty will just make you cry.
Oh, that dress.
It's got a bunny wearing a boozy and I can't fit it. Hate it.
So that's it for this week's TLDR. If you have a question for next week's TLDR that does not involve boobs or babies, you can leave it in the comment section below this video. And if you don't have a question to leave, make sure you glance over the questions and thumb up the one that you like the most.
That's it, my nasties. Thanks for being so nasty and asking me nasty questions. Ooh.